I have that a lot. Don't worry. Look, see,
You have
mine is
that a
soaking
lot.
wet
I'm
and
sure you
flat.
do, Melanie. And I bet Sisel International has just the hair care product that makes it never happen again. Hey, it's 5:05 on the East Coast. I'm Dave Glovin. You're not Boogie with the Bull, the Friday free for all, the Wear Red edition. Red, remember everyone deployed Friday. So I'm wearing red. Jen's wearing red. Melanie's wearing red blush.
Purple. Yeah. I didn't know.
That's
And
okay.
we're going to have a good time. Today, we're going to talk about a toxic free life. You actually can. Melanie Smeltzer founded a initiative, Toxic Free Initiative. She's also a independent distributor of Sisel International natural products and toxic free products and supplements. Jenn Woodruff, matter of fact, is a distributor as well. So we're going to talk about living in a toxic free natural world today. Ladies,
We'll take it
Hi,
away
Dave.
from
How you
there.
doing?
Hi, Melanie. Good to see you as always. And
Good to see you,
I
Jen.
just want to hear you talk about how what you're promoting. And I wanted to tell you one thing though. Do tell us about this product. I love it. It's fascinating. And you're like splitting atoms, but it's not a bomb. I mean, you don't make a bomb, but it's great. I swear, if I have a headache, I would drink this. It like rejuvenates you. It like what does it do? It hold on, it's got a whole list on here, but the way you describe it is awesome. I mean,
Tell us
this
what it is.
okay, this is my favorite Sisal Pratt. Oh, come back, come back.
Hi, Eric.
It's full. Yes, it's full of these little packets that you sprinkle in a glass when you put water in it, and then it just starts fizzing. It's like effervescent, but it's not too fizzy where it's like offensive, such as ginger ale could be. But this stuff is awesome. You're like it's hydrogen infused water, and so it has this
Mhm.
wonderful like blue raspberry flavor to it, and it's so light. It's like not offensive. It's actually delicious, and you have to drink the whole thing while it's still fizzy because that's when the hydrogen is activated. And this will support cellular energy. It will promote cellular health, and it also assists with recovery, especially recovery like when you're exercising and they say you're like ripping your muscles, you kind of are. And then you stop, you take a break, you drink this water, and then you can like go another round. It is awesome. So do
Yes.
tell
Well,
us.
so your migraines go away, right? When you drink this, or your headaches go away.
Yes.
Oh,
What?
wow. So what you're putting in your glass is potassium, calcium, and magnesium. And there's several different forms of magnesium, but the magnesium splits the H2O water, and
Oh,
the
okay.
magnesium grabs a hold of the oxygen. So you're literally drinking oxygen, and what's left behind out of the H2O is diatomic hydrogen water. It's two hydrogen molecules.
Oh, wow.
So if you let it set for 10 minutes to do this reaction, after 10 minutes, you want to guzzle this water because it is a gas, and over time
Okay.
it will evaporate. So get that all in you right away so it doesn't start fizzing and evaporating. A
Right.
lot of people do not follow directions and they're totally wasting the product. I've had one guy put it in the freezer. He
Oh,
pre-made it and put it in the freezer. I'm like, Bob, you cannot do that. It's a gas. It will even come out through the ice and out of the plastic bottle, and you lost all of your diatomic hydrogen water. So it's just important to really follow the directions on this product. But there's tons of research. If you all just go and Google diatomic hydrogen water and health benefits, you're going to see all of the studies on diatomic hydrogen water. And ours actually has a very huge parts per million. It's about 32 parts per million with our diatomic hydrogen water. We've tested it in the lab. We have 3 labs. We test everything. Our competitors really can't compete with the amount of parts per million of diatomic hydrogen water that we actually produce in this little pack over the 10-minute period. So hydrogen being the smallest molecule
Mhm.
periodic table, it is the most powerful antioxidant there is. It literally infuses your entire body. You drink it, it goes through your
Wow.
esophagus into your bloodstream, hits your stomach. It's infusing everywhere. It goes up into your brain. Your body is just being infused with diatomic hydrogen water and oxygen. So you're getting rid of a lot of toxins with this diatomic hydrogen water. You are neutralizing all these bad reactions that are going on inside the body from oxidative stress, or what you
Wow.
can, some people don't understand what that means, but our body's being damaged from toxins, the air, things that are in our house, whether you're not getting enough nutrition. So what happens if you're not getting enough nutrition in your body? Your organs are literally stealing electrons from each other, and so
Oh.
your organs aren't functioning the way they should. So when you drink this, you're providing your body with all these hydrogen molecules that are neutralizing the negative reactions that are in your body. Positives and negatives attract, boom, it's done. So, but let's talk about why you could be having headaches, Jen. So what I do is I help people go into their homes. I talk to them about what's causing health issues, and some of the most important things, and I stress this so often, I swear I can't get people to hear what I'm saying, but fragrances cause headaches, fragrances cause cancer,
Wow.
they cause respiratory distress, they cause asthma, breathing problems, mucosal dripping with allergies and headaches and stuff like that. So where are our fragrances? They're in our laundry soap, our dish soap, our body wash, our um, um, even bar soap. It's in your makeup.
Right.
It's in so much stuff. So we at Sisel, we specialize in producing products that don't have those toxic chemicals in them of fragrances. But it's not just fragrances, it's polysorbates, it's PEGs, polyethylene glycols. All of these chemicals that are in our products have been slowly causing disease in our own homes, and we don't know it until somebody brings us to light. I came to light because when I found this company, I couldn't walk. And when I started
Wow.
walking again and started getting on the calls, I started learning about toxins in our products, which I didn't even realize it, but I was a chemist for 2.5 years and I produced all these toxic chemicals. But we
Oh.
just do it. We're kind of an autonomic society. We just go with the flow and we do what we're taught. We buy at Walmart, we buy at Walgreens, we buy at Costco, we go to the doctor. And then you're like, you learn about toxins and you learn about toxic free products. And I threw away 13 painkillers a day. I help people switch from prescription medications over to natural God given ingredients, which is what Sisel's about. It stands for
Wow.
science, innovation, success, energy, and longevity. But they whistle blew all of these toxic chemicals that I actually produced in the lab for 2.5 years, which made me extremely sick. And when I came across these products, I was getting breast biopsies every 6 months. I had pre-cancer on my lips. I was scheduled for a bone marrow biopsy. And when I get on these products, all of these conditions start to go away. My high liver enzymes
Wow.
are gone. My blood works perfect today. I had 2 leaky heart valves. I've corrected that. So
Oh,
when we get
that's
rid of
awesome.
toxins, and yeah, when we get rid of toxins in our body that are causing damage, and sodium lauryl
Right.
sulfate, it's not just the fragrances, but sodium lauryl sulfate is in all of our cleaners, and it causes kidney damage. So you wonder why people are getting kidney dialysis and things like that. So what let's just is there something that you're thinking of that you might have in your house that might be causing that headache, Jen, after I said what I did?
Yeah, yes, I'm confident. It's those air wicks where we have them
Oh,
plugged. The house smells great, but my gosh, I know what it would do to you because I know how sensitive you are to that, which is a blessing because now we know that's bad. But doesn't your nose bleed when you
yes.
yeah. Well, my nose isn't bleed. We have had nosebleeds because it's very dry. We're in Idaho and we call it Drydaho because it is so dry. It finally did rain a little bit yesterday, and we're like, please stay, please stay. but it's back to sunny and dry. But yeah, we
So
got
do me a
these.
favor.
Yes,
Can I ask you a favor? Would you do me a favor?
absolutely.
Go around and unplug all of these things in your wall. And next time we talk, let's see how many headaches you've had.
Oh wow,
Should
so
we try
smart.
that? You want
Okay,
to try
I
that?
will. Thank you.
Prevention.
Yeah.
So let's talk, it's prevention,
Hmm.
Yeah. Candles, get rid of candles. Don't burn
Oh,
them.
right.
Cleaners. I can go in certain places with cleaners. Where was I? Oh, I had to take my dog to the vet last week, and a couple hours after I got home, my eyes, I couldn't even open them. They're just burning. And as soon as I walked in, I could smell the pet cleaners that are in there. Yeah. My eyes were just watering and burning and clean.
Right.
So there's a lot of toxic chemicals out there.
Wow. Hi, Eric.
So anyway,
Yeah.
hi
So
Eric.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to complain about that, but that's a great idea. I'm gonna undo those earwicks. It's airwicks. Is there a natural alternative? Like maybe we could put essential oils. Or is there anything
Yes.
that Sisel yeah, what does Sisel offer that we could do? Because we have this pet problem. They're all clean. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know how you wash a cat. We wash the dog and I tease him all the time. Her. I'm like, "You smell like a wet dog," because she does. I mean, she's clean, but wow. And then if we get like the stuff to spray on her to desensitize, to make her smell good, then you get sick smelling that. So I'm like, what do we do? Can you put essential oils on a pet?
No, I wash my dog in the organo cleanse. Our
Okay.
organo cleanse is intended for cleaning your fruits and vegetables. It kills all the pesticides, but we have seen fungus go away. So I had a dog come to me that was covered in scales, and I put organo cleanse all over the dog. I let it sit for 2 hours, washed it, the fungus was gone. Now, the significance of this was this dog went to 2 veterinarians. It had blood tests done, it had fecal checks done, skin biopsies done. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. And I get it, and I wash it in the organo cleanse, and then I start giving the dog little samples of our Triangle of Life and the Super Mega Plus, and her hair starts
Right.
growing back. She was fine when she left my house.
Oh my gosh,
So
that's awesome.
yeah. And I told my boyfriend, he has a dog that's 14 years old, and she is peeing in the house a lot. Well, I told him, I said, take your orange peels, your lemon peels, and your lime peels, put them in a plastic jug and pour vinegar on. Well, I was down to see him yesterday, and he told me, he said, Melanie, your citrusy vinegar caught her urine better than any of the cleaning products I've specifically bought that were intended for pet urine. It worked better.
That's
And it will,
awesome.
yeah. So I'm telling you, folks, just listen to what I'm saying. They're toxic free, and and the vinegar evaporates. It neutralizes all the odor. It's very safe cleaner, but I love the Sisel Strong. Sisel does make a Sisel Strong, so every once in a while I scrub all my floors with it. It's another. They use limonene. Limonene. It's an extract that comes from our lemons and limes. They actually extract that out, and that's how we make it smell so good. But it's delicious. Your house smells so good. But once you clean your house, it's clean, right? And so burn some essential oils, but be careful, because if you have dogs and cats, you have to look up what is toxic to a cat and a dog, because some essential oils are extremely toxic to cats and dogs. And eucalyptus, never do a eucalyptus. Don't do
Mm-mm.
tea tree. Um, Citrus oils are very toxic to animals, but orange, I've had conflicting reports on orange. Some say orange is safe, some say it's not. So sometimes, when your dog's outside, plug in your essential oils, let them, or just put cloves on the stove and throw orange peels on the stove and burn just cloves and cinnamon sticks. And you got a safe way to make your house smell great.
That sounds great. Thank you. Yeah. I
I
know
haven't.
chocolate. Chocolate's really bad. And I know we don't burn chocolate or smell chocolate. But we have dropped chocolate chips here and there, and our poor cat had a seizure, and now she's like, I don't know. It's we have too many of them. They're all rescues, and anyways, they're here.
Aw.
So, but making the house smell good is important, and they're always working against me. But yeah, I like what you said about the cloves and the oranges. That everything and cinnamon. My gosh, everything smells good. So, anyways, the next thing I wanted to talk about is I think like the flagship product of Sisel is this amazing fucoidin.
Yes.
And even
Fucoidin.
now, didn't you have an animal that it like wounded its paw or something, and you just rubbed this on the paw and it helped it or its leg? What was
Yeah.
that? Tell us that story.
So Tyson had a little bump on his leg. The hair was gone. It looked like a little cyst. It was red. He kept licking it.
Ooh.
And I just kept putting the Fucoidin on it and it healed it. Now, right now I'm dealing with, that's why I'm a little late. I noticed him licking his paws and I kept checking his pads and I totally missed it. Last night, his dew claw is all swollen. He's got pus. I mean, it's red, it's bleeding, it's really bad. So, um, I got some Epsom salts. I'm trying to put Epsom salt pads on it, and we make colloidal silver in
Okay.
oil, and I put colloidal silver on the paw, and I tried to wrap it, but since I got on the computer, he took his wrap off already, the little stinker. But hopefully, I can avoid having his dew claw removed. I got him as a puppy, and I didn't know that it's important to have dew claws removed when they're 8 weeks old. And I didn't order it, and they didn't say anything to me about it. Now I'm really upset that I hope I can reverse this before it's too late. But it's been infected for a while. I was looking in the wrong area. I didn't realize until last night, and it's pretty bad. So I'm
Wow.
praying he'll be okay. He's getting the
Right.
fucoidin. I'm squirting the fucoidin in his mouth, which is antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, anti-inflammatory. Um, it balances hormones. It will, over time, make your EKG go back to normal. I had two leaky heart valves. I had chest pains and heart flutters. I actually used the Eternity, which is a great product for anything cardiovascular. And I had no chest pains, no heart flutters as long as I stayed on that. But over time, when you use the Fucoidin, it's reported that Fucoidin will make your EKG go back to normal with time. So
It's
the
amazing.
yeah, so the Japanese are the longest living people on the planet of the Earth, and they're known for longevity. So Tom Maurer is the founder of Sisel International, and he went to Japan to study the reason why they live so long over there. And it came down to the fact that they all consume $350 a month worth of Fucoidin. So Tom went back to
Oh wow.
Utah and he built a $3.5 million machine to make the strongest form of Fucoidin on the market. And because Okinawans understand the power of Fucoidin, 500 of them joined his business in 2005 when he opened his business in Japan in 2005.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
They
That is
understand
awesome.
Fucoidin. So now, Jenn, so tell us how it's helping you. Why do you like it so much?
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I'm battling. I won't say I have it because it just feels dirty when I say I have it. So I say I'm battling multiple sclerosis. And so, anyways, it's signified by lesions. You get these lesions on your brain. I won't tell you how I got it. I think I told you before.
Yeah.
But I don't know, heavy metals. You probably could get it from vaccinations or anything that has mercury in it. So that's probably how I got mercury on my brain. But anyways, in my later life, I'm all what halfway there, 48 something. But anyway, it like collected on my brain in lesions. And so that signifies multiple sclerosis. And so that's the biggest thing is it gives you like a temporary numbness, kind of like a paralysis. And if it's on the left side of your brain, then it means the right side of your body is going to be affected. And so I have this problem. and I walk weird. And so I'm like, I'm not tipsy, I'm not drunk, I'm just dragging my right leg. And so I even said to one of my doctors, can I have a roller skate? Like, if I could just put a roller skate on this foot, I could kind of drag it and it would look better. And he's like, it would not look better. So, anyways, they're doing their medical stuff, and I'm taking these shots 3 times a week to stop the lesion. But at the same time, I'm also taking the fucoidin, and I call it the dynamic dual because there is a synergism between the fucoidin and this pill called the age pill. And it's not an age pill like it's going to make you young, but actually your cells will get healthier and they will look younger. And so that's not why I look like a 12-year-old. I just do. We have really good genetics. But I wanted you to describe this age pill and how it works with the fucoidin because you're so good at that.
Oh, thank you, Jen. There's always a lot to learn, but the age pill, we have had a lot of people with autoimmune diseases go in remission after
Wow.
taking the age pill. Some people, they can get it done within 6 months, but they're double dosing on it.
Okay.
And then the fucoidin, we've also had people go in remission with a lot of autoimmune diseases with fucoidin, which it modulates the whole immune system. So when
Wow.
you do the two together, you got a double whammy, right? But so what happens as we're growing, we as children, we're producing a lot of cells because we're replicating and replicating, we're growing and we're growing. Well, in the replication process, the sugar molecule is your energy of the cell. It burns the sugar, but there's always an afterburn, like junk that builds up inside the cell. And that junk builds up inside the cell on the outside of the cell as well. And you can see it in characteristics in older people because when they turn 80 or so, they got real thin skin, they bruise easy, their eyesight's starting to go away, they can't hear. Well, these cells are not being able to be replaced because of the junk. You can't replicate anymore. But if we give you a pill in the age pill that's able to give your body the ingredients that it needs to clean up that cell and get rid of the cellular garbage that's left on the inside and the outside, and you start replicating again, you're going to reverse aging. Aging is not a disease, but let's clean up the cell and reverse your age. And then a lot of these age-related diseases, that's what's going to happen.
Wow. It is
Bye. Right?
it's a great thing. Yeah. And how do you say that again? It's for is it glycation? Is that
Anti,
the
yes,
glycation?
it's, yep, and it's right on your bottle. It's anti-glycation extreme. So it's the glycation is it's like plastic wrap on the outside of the cell. And as the plastic wrap gets thicker on the outside of your cell can't breathe. And there all the reactions that need to take place for the replication of the cell start clogged. They get clogged up. It can't work. And then you got like dirty oil on the inside. It's called lipofusion. It's like your car never getting the oil changed. It's going to break down while our bodies break down. So if we give our bodies the H pill, which gives our body the ingredients it needs to clean this all back up and reverse our years back to replicating like we did as infants or children, we've had eyesight improve, we've had hearing improve, we've had autoimmune diseases go in remission, we've had blood pressure drop, we've had sugars drop. I mean, it's helped people with dementia. We actually have a guy, he was 90 years old in the nursing home. He had a stroke. And his daughter came in with one pill of the H pill on a Friday night and a Sisel weight management shake. And she made him a shake. They shared the shake on a Friday night. Okay. And on Saturday, she did 2 age pills and put it in a shake, the Sisel weight management shake. On Sunday, he's signing his name on rosters at the nurse's desk, which he was not doing any of that before. So Sunday she goes, Sunday she goes to church and her brother meets her at church and says, "What are you doing to Dad?" And she goes, "Why?"
He's like living again. Yeah, no, do tell.
Well, he knew who his son was, which he didn't know people. Like he was, and I'm not going to say it's going to work that fast. Depends on, you get plaque on the brain, and it depends on how much plaque you have as to how fast it's going to work for you. But I mean, we got stories like this all across Sisel International. You can go to their Facebook page, Google Sisel International. You'll see product testimonials and join it. You can join Sisel question and answer page, and you can ask questions, but it's run by distributors. But you can see all the testimonies on those 2 Facebook pages. But anyway, I love the company. It gave me my life back. And as a biochemist with a DNA forensics degree, I do my best to help people get off the prescription medications according to the research that I find. And this is our backbone with Sisel. Okay. We're not going to talk to you about a product. We're going to talk to you about, if you notice, when you take the age pill gives your body the ingredients it needs to recover. We're not talking about the age pill. We're talking about the ingredients in the age pill that's going to give your body the ingredients to clean up the cell. Okay.
That's good.
Right. And the same with fucoidan. We can talk about fucoidan as Fucoidan, fucoidan. And if you Google fucoidan, it's a seaweed. And there's tons of research on fucoidan. We can talk about fucoidan. So fucoidan, there's tons of research on it. It modulates the immune system. It'll suppress allergies. I have a woman on it. She's had allergies since she was 9. She's got no more allergies since she's on the fucoidan product.
Oh my goodness. That's great.
Yeah. So, but the Duché Act, it's the Dietary Supplemental Health Education Act. I don't remember what year that Duché Act was enacted, but it gives us the right to talk about the individual natural ingredients, and we can go to PubMed.gov, we can go to GoogleScholar.com, and you can research all the natural ingredients that are in our products and kind of connect. Like, okay, so if I have MS, let's Google MS and all the natural ingredients that are scientifically proven to help me. And then let's look at the Sisel products and see what Sisel has to match that disease according to the research. Okay.
Right.
Now, another very important thing that people have to understand is when you're talking about Sisel products, the Federal Drug Administration makes it very tricky. You may not put a Sisel product on the same page with the research. So if I find research about fucoidan, the general form of fucoidan is Fucoidan. I cannot put it on the same advertisement with our product fucoidan, which is spelled Fucoydon. That's our brand name. See, the Federal Drug Administration, they make it difficult. They want to get us in trouble every chance they can. But so we got to be careful. We have to teach that. We're not allowed to say cure, heal, or treat. I'm not going to cure Jenn. I'm not going to treat Jenn. I'm not going to heal Jenn. But Jenn, let's go to the research and research the research on fucoidan for MS. And let's see
We're
and you make
not allowed to say anything.
I know. If it makes you feel fantastic, you can say that.
We're not allowed to say
why.
By tomorrow, they will have cleared out my studio and sent me to the curb. But that's okay because I'm not a doctor. I don't have a degree. I just act like one when I'm on YouTube.
Well, you know what? But though this is the law, right? The Shea Act allows us to talk about the Dietary Health Supplemental Education Act. We're not being doctors. We're not allowed to use the recommendation. Recommendation can get us in trouble, but I can suggest according to the research, period. That's it. Nobody's going to get you in trouble. They can't get us in trouble.
Oh, I know.
Saying what you just did. Yeah. Okay. But I'll tell you, I have some distributors in this business that I don't want to distribute because every time they call me, they're like, they say, will this heal me? I'm like, you can't say that. Don't say that. We're not allowed to say that. And so there's certain people that I won't even work with. I'm just like, just order what you need. I'll tell you what you need, but I don't want you out there trying to sell Sisel or you're going to get us in trouble. You know?
Or we're all gone. Right.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's a censorship, just like the censorship on Facebook and YouTube. It's, but now we're starting to wake up. Oh my gosh, the government's had control of us all of our life and we never knew it, right?
Right. Well, the last product I wanted to talk about really quick, because I think this is just amazing, because this does help if you have pain. I'm not saying it heals it, but it's Renovator. And wait, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, there it is. It's
Nice.
Renovator. Yeah, and I'm having my
Yep.
husband take this. He takes just 2 in the morning every day. And then what it's going to do is, and I'm saying it's going to do this, so I'm going to pray over the bottle now, but he has a torn rotator. I don't know. He needs a surgery on his shoulder. It's a cap. What is it? A torn rotary cap or cuff? I don't know. But it's so sore when he lays on his left side, and it hurts a lot. I think he ripped it or tore it, broke it, probably back. I don't know. Back in high school when he was playing football, but anyhow, it's torn and it hurts a lot. Especially, this is so crazy. All of our bones hurt when it's going to rain. We're like, oh, look, once a year it's going to rain in Idaho and we can feel it. Like, we're just sore, because you're in Michigan and it rained a lot. Michigan's awesome with the Great Lakes, and because that's where I'm from, But even now, he was so sore the other day, and I said, you need Renovator. This will help with the pain, but it also will help renovate the cartilage and the damaged tissue. So, do you know more about that? What is the
You
magic
bet.
properties in it?
So the Renovator is made of type 2 chicken collagen. It's the number one ingredient. Now,
Oh,
so let me tell you, I couldn't walk before I got on this product.
oh my
Okay.
gosh!
And
Right.
I get on this product. Now, I have had a condition. I fell 15 feet in the military, for all the new people that are on here. I couldn't walk. I was out of breath getting out of my chair to go to the bathroom. And I had so much nerve damage in my back in my late 30s. I'm diagnosed with something called radiculopathy. Well, how old was I? I don't know how old I was. 30, yeah, 30 years old. My nerves in my back were pinching my spinal cord, or spinal stenosis, foraminal stenosis, not the cord, but all the nerves that come out, right?
Oh,
And I have half the conduction going down my left leg. So what happens is your toes burn, your shins burn, your knees give out, your hips give out. You've got constant burning in your hips, and I start taking this Renovator product, and my ankles stopped collapsing, because there's times where I just couldn't walk. And all this improves greatly. And I'm like starting to walk again. I'm like, what in the world is in this product? So I start researching it, right? And I'm like, why aren't my doctors telling me about this? Well, over the years, you start figuring it out. They don't, because they only peddle prescription drugs. They have no clue what's out there in natural. Well, now I do. So I'll tell you. Type 2 chicken collagen, when it is ingested, has shown to show great improvement in joint.
wow! Chicken collagen.
And now think about this. How many people out there buy glucosamine and chondroitin? Okay, you're buying a glucosamine and chondroitin for joint. A lot of people do it. But who made it? And how was it manufactured? Well, guess what? In chicken collagen, it's naturally in the chicken collagen, naturally. So when you take a natural God-given ingredient, your body can take it and go, thank you. Now I can start repairing all the little, cartilage in your joints and stuff. So, but there's a whole bunch more in this product. There's MSM. When you mix MSM with glucosamine and chondroitin, MSM is a natural component that comes out of fruits, vegetables, and meats. And I can only pronounce it when I'm looking at the word. It's a really long word. That's why it's called MSM. But anyway, when MSM is joined in conjunction with glucosamine and chondroitin, the heightened response, the synergistic effect between those ingredients in research was exponential. It also has green lipid muscle. So Dr. King was on the commercials promoting green lipid muscle oil. It's called they call it a super oil or something that's on the television. Well, guess
Okay.
what? With that super omega that they're advertising on the television, it's in our product, but you're not getting just the green lipid muscle. You're getting a whole bunch more. There's lithothionein in it. Bezuela extract is in it. But
Oh,
when
wow.
you look at the bottle, Jen, you could probably
Mhm.
tell us more because right now I'm not thinking of everything that's in it. But synergistically, when you put all these ingredients together, your joints are able to start taking those ingredients and start, I've had people that I'm bone on my lower back, and yet I walk. I've had people that are bone on their knee, and they walk, and their pain levels drop. So many people say, "Oh, I'm already bone on bone. Nothing will help me." Oh yeah, well, yeah, it
We
will
c
because it
Yeah,
helped
it
me.
will.
You
That's
you
awesome.
just got to give it a chance.
Yeah, it specifically says natural joint cartilage and musculoskeletal support. And it does. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I've taken it before too because I have lower back pain, especially from it's everything else that I'm dealing with. Mostly the MS thing. I don't know, stupid spots, whatever. But if you want to reverse time, these are the products. It's awesome. I mean, I take the stuff because it's free from the doctor, the shots, and it's stopping the spreading of the lesion. I don't know. My friend and I always laugh and we call it Fuca lesion, but it's not a bad word. It's fucoidin, but we just call it that because we think it's chipping away at it. And with the age pill, I know it is. And so it's just a really good product. And I'm so glad you introduced me to it back, a few months ago. Thank you. It's
Well,
awesome.
you're welcome, Jen. It's an honor to know you both, honestly.
You're great. So, but I love to hear what my favorite product was so good. I haven't bought it yet, but I will because I have my own account. Is the flu that you don't need a flu shot. No one trusts them anymore anyway. But we do have the influenza. How often do they take that? Every day? What do you call it? It's got the word flu in it, which I think is cool because I
Yeah.
know exactly what it's for. But it builds your immune system. Is it like what is it? The precursor to whatever we were supposed to be taking or making with orange peels and grapefruit peels. It's some natural substance you make to fight COVID. And you could just take this flu thing. What is it called?
It's called influence. So the
Influence.
influence is a product that you want to take when you get a cold. And I'll tell, or anything that hits your body where you're sick. That's when you grab the influence. Some people take it
Yeah.
every day. I don't. I just wait
Okay.
until I have a symptom and then I start taking it. But it's got elderberry in it, and I don't have it memorized, but I'm just telling you that it works.
Right.
So I'll
I
tell
was
you,
thinking of hydroxychloroquine. And then when you brought up
yes.
elderberry, oh my gosh, yeah, you can fight off anything with elderberry. It is awesome. My children like heal from strep throat after elderberry tea. So we like grow it
Wow.
in our backyard. It is awesome. And to buy it in the influence is amazing. You take this and you're
And it's
protected.
yeah. Now, when I got the influence, that bottle, it's like $29 for this bottle. And I
Right.
only took it when something hit me. That bottle lasted me for a year. Now, since this whole plan, and I'm not going to say the whole word, but since the plan hit in 2020, I know that things have gotten stronger. I've been taking the influence for about 2 months now. There's a lot going on. Everybody is sick. So what can we
Yeah.
do? We make a Sisel silver, and it's nanotechnology. It has 22 parts per million of nanoparticles of silver. Now, think about silver. Back in the olden days, they used to put silver drops in infants as soon as they were born to keep them from going blind from gonorrhea. Okay. Silver kind of got put on the back burner when they started using erythromycin to put in the baby's eyes to fight infection. Well, that's a prescription. And guess what? The bugs are getting stronger and it's not working the way that it used to. So Sisel started studying Sisel silver, and they worked with the University of Utah to come out with, you can get an oil, which I'm putting on my dog's foot right now. And it kills all bacteria, according to research. It kills funguses and it kills a lot of viruses. And I'm going to tell you, this is amazing. When we talk about viruses, before I had Sisel, I used to get shingles twice a year. Since I was in my 30s, very young, my immune system was destroyed.
That's painful.
Right? Yeah. And since I've been on Sisel products, I have only had one time, which happened about a month ago, where I had that little dot. I get the shingle right here on my forehead. And if anybody out there has had shingles, you know what it is, because it stings, it burns, and it itches, and it comes on real fast, and it's a blister, and it'll grow so quick. Within hours, it can be like a tiny little pinhole to a quarter size within hours. But anyway, as soon as I started, I had a dot grow about a month ago, and I got the Influence. I started Extra Fucoidin, Eternity, the Spectramax, but I put that Sisel silver oil right there. And I'm telling you, Jen, that dot was gone. Gone.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. That is so
Yes.
cool.
That is amazing.
This product is awesome. It is awesome. And that's why the Japanese live so long, because they drink it all. That's great. And it's and it's not offensive. It's tart, but it's good. And when you see what's in it, you're like, the seaweed's not that big of a deal. It was fine in McDonald's burgers, so it should be fine in your fucoidin. But no, you don't taste the seaweed. You taste the blueberry extract. And when you see the little black dots in it, you're like, oh my gosh, it's really good. It does actually taste like a really fruity candy. It's good. It's not offensive at all. But so I actually look forward to it. I'm like, oh, I need a shot of fucoidin, and I need a shot glass. And Jesse's like, a shot glass, really? I go, fucoidin. He's like, oh yeah. And so then it's like every morning I do, and every night. So it's good. It's working together. I just had an MRI, and everything was the same, and I was like, cool. That means it doesn't get smaller or bigger.
That word.
What did I say?
You said those 3 letters. You said MRI.
Oh, sure. It's an expensive nap, okay? It is. But you just...
Actually, it's a very pleasant nap.
No,
That's what they have to give me in order to get me through one. But no, I have one next week, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I get a heated blanket, and no one is like, Mommy, can I have juice? Can I have this? Can you make me that? I'm like, no, I can't. Bye.
I don't know if Sisel makes whatever they gave me to enjoy the experience, but I should have probably asked you.
Just get a heated blanket and take a nap. And it's crazy. It's loud. They're like, would you like music? I'm like, sure, it doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't that. It was the claustrophobia.
Oh yeah, the cage on your head. Yeah, something like that.
This last time it wasn't easy. So you said MRI, and I just about knocked all the equipment off my desk.
Sorry. No, it's good. It's just testimony in the making, just like everything. It's all good.
What else, Melanie? What else is there to tell us?
Well, another thing, the Terminator mouthwash that we sell, I put the Terminator and the Sisel silver together and squirted up my nose. I went to bed one night, and it could have been from fragrances, because every time I breathe fragrances, I get stuffy, right?
Yep.
But I went to bed. I woke up at like 2:00 in the morning. I'm telling you, there was so much junk in my head. I couldn't even breathe. And I start squirting this Terminator and Sisel silver up my nose. And I think it took me about 30 minutes, but I got my nose open back up.
Wow, that's awesome. Terminator.
Yes. Yep. And my boyfriend got sick too, right? And he's spraying it in his mouth, and he's like, Melanie, my sore throat's gone. It will kill bacteria on the back of your throat.
Oh,
But
wow.
he said it's coming from other areas where I'm not reaching it with the spray. And so I told him to lay down and sniff it. Like, lay down and sniff that stuff. Let it run back into your head and down your throat, and it cleared him up. He felt better. But it's prevention. Make sure you get rid of don't use Gain, don't use Tide, and
Don't
even
use Tide anyway. Just don't use
no,
Tide.
no. It's so
Don't
strong
use-
in fragrance. But a lot of people buy the Arm & Hammer Free and Clear, and guess what you're breathing in with that? You're breathing in formaldehyde. It's still toxic and very dangerous. Just
Wow.
if you can't, we make a toxic-free laundry soap. If you can't afford it, if you don't want to buy it, buy borax. Borax is still not completely safe, but it's a lot safer than everything else that's out there on the market. I'm telling you, it's just
Awesome.
And we have to use a Free and Clear, and we cannot use Tide. I know that. And
Now, do you have?
it's
do we-
not even a reaction to the Tide. I guess it's a reaction to the amount of filler that they're allowed to put into the box with the Tide, and that fill, whatever it is, I break out in wicked hives.
Well, Dave, I can look at the 7th generation bottle, and I remember the first 10 ingredients, seven of them are toxic. Just
Yeah.
because it says there's no fragrance, it does not mean it's not a toxic free product. And you know what? If a bottle is labeled organic, you know how they get you? It can have one organic ingredient in it, but that organic ingredient can be surrounded by toxic chemicals, and they can still put an organic label on the bottle. I got to get something out of the oven, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Just a minute.
If it says organic, I just keep rolling by it and look for the same thing on the shelf next to it that's not organic, because I think we get screwed with the price of an organic thing, and like Melanie just said, it's probably not totally according to our government. Plans
Right.
again. Does your husband have a doctor appointment? I can't say he's going to see because we won't say that. But
No, he does, to see if the
you're going to go see the boat.
Yeah, no, not that kind of. He
No.
would love to. He's so frustrated. He's on call, so he can't go to a doctor's appointment. That's funny.
No,
That's the
man.
name of the boat. He
That's the
wants
name
to
of the
go
boat.
fishing. And I'm like, I have a freezer full of fish. You don't have to go. He's like, yes, I do. But no. He loves fishing. It's
Well.
beautiful. It is. But I wanted to ask Melanie when she gets back.
Yeah.
Here she is.
Here she
Okay.
is.
I'm back.
What?
Sorry.
Hi. No, that's great. What is the name of the soap that you used on that dog? That it was organic or something, and it helped him. You go ahead.
Yeah, it's called Organo Cleanse. It's our fruit and vegetable wash. But
Okay.
I have seen fleas die on contact. And the reason why, I washed puppies that were full of fleas, and the fleas died instantly. But it's toxic free, right? And it kills fungus. We had
Wow,
a
that's
guy,
awesome.
he had scabies. Is that the one where it's skin lice?
I think it is. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay, so he was out of work for like 3 months because he had scabies, and he got like 3 different prescriptions from the doctor, could not get rid of it. Well, they put the Organo Cleanse on it, and it killed it right away.
And that's what we clean our vegetables with. Oh, that's funny. I was going to ask you about a dish soap, and is it one you can also use to wash your floors? What is that?
Well, we have a dish soap, but I wouldn't use it on the floors because our dish soap is like $20 a bottle, and you have to rinse your dishes before you use it because it's toxic free. It's not going to cut grease like Dawn. That that ingredient indon, a couple of the ingredients is what kills the grease, but it's also killing you. So I rinse my dishes. I get all the grease and butter off. And then I use just a little bit of it. And I only need a little bit of water in it. And it's real concentrated because I have just a little bit of water, and then I wash each piece, and it's good that way. But no, don't put no greasy pan or buttery pan or bake, nothing like that. You won't like it because it won't last too long. But I'll give you lots of tricks to make toxic free living a good thing. So
That's awesome. Thank you.
We're all talking about soaps. What about bar soap for people like me who have sensitive skin? And I don't buy a soap that has a fragrance in it just because I don't like any fragrance in it. But
what are you using, Dave?
I think the last bar I bought was Dove for sensitive skin. It's probably going to kill my skin, but
just because there's no fragrances in it doesn't mean it's not toxic free. But we do have something called Enliven, and it's very concentrated. It's a body wash, but we also have a bar soap that it's about $11 for the bar soap, but it's wonderful. I actually do find I save it for my customers to give away, and I find soap that's made homemade that's in local stores, usually Amish stores or health food stores that use essential oils I make sure it's essential oils, not fragrances, but I save my Sisel stuff for my people because I'm trying to get people to use toxic free products. But that's just a couple ideas for you.
I do have to ask you, and we talked about it before, and I got samples and we moved, and I'm not sure whatever happened to them, but we have an awesome Boogie with the Bowl coffee mug coming very quickly that Jenn designed for us. And we're going to need something good to put in it, something right, something that's good for you. I don't care. I don't care about caffeine anyway, because I probably shouldn't drink any caffeine anyway. But
so a lot of coffee, as you are noticing on the internet, they're advertising toxic free coffee now because there's a lot of pesticides on the coffee bean. And our coffee is toxic free, but when coffee is roasted at 450 degrees, have you ever heard the phrase, don't eat grilled food?
Yeah.
So grilled food causes cancer because it chars it, and that charring causes cancer. It's called acrylamide. Acrylamides cause cancer. So in California, there's a warning label on coffee warning you that it could cause cancer. It's because of the acrylamide. Well, you got to understand Sisel. Sisel promises to not give you one toxic ingredient. So first of all, everything's going to be organic for real. It's not going to be a fake organic label. But we infrared cook the coffee bean to eliminate the acrylamide that comes from roasting it at 450 or 400 degrees. It's infrared cooked. It's a light, right? And then we freeze dry it. We freeze dry the bean, and then we grind it up, and you can get it either instant or ground. I like the ground. I also use the instant for if I'm in a hurry, but I like the ground because if you take 1 tablespoon of this ground coffee and you pour 8 ounces of water on it, you've got a cup of coffee, but then you can do another 8 ounces. So what's infused in our coffee that sets it apart from all the rest, number one, is that it's infrared cooked, but it's got bacopa, gotu kola, chaga, and ganoderma in it. Now, remember when I said I was a chemist and I had breast biopsies every 6 months and I had pre-cancer on my lips and I had a bone marrow biopsy scheduled? The coffee, my breast pain went away and my lip pain went away. And I go to the doctor and the doctor says, you don't need a bone marrow biopsy. I'm like, what in the world is in this coffee? Again, I'm researching. I'm like, what, why did I just well, chaga is used by Siberians and they're a cancer-free society. So there's 10 times the amount of chaga in 1 cup of coffee. in Sisel's coffee. So that for me was enough for me to understand why I got better. That's it.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Now, I
Yeah.
know the last time everything was in a small pouch. No K-cups, I'm sure, because K-cups are K-cups will outlive all of us anyway. But so everything is in a pouch, small
It's
one
a little,
pouch, or
yeah.
how? Okay.
It's a little sachet instant coffee. You just put it in and fill it with water, 8 to 10
Yep.
ounces of water. And then a lot of people don't use sugar or cream because our coffee is not bitter because we don't overheat it or overcook it. And
Okay.
coffee is really good for you if it's made right. You know, if you research coffee's got tons of good research on it. But the problem is a lot of people don't realize that the acrylamide's on it and it's burnt and did Jenn have to go?
I don't know.
Or
Sometimes,
do
usually on Friday she has to cut out at 6:30, but uh, maybe she had to cut at 6 today. But we have a little bit more time, or whatever you want to. Anything else that you want to bring up that we haven't brought up already, or
yeah, Dave, let's go through my PowerPoint real quick because I want to
okay,
show you. I did
you
this for
have to send
you.
it to me again.
Okay. I'm going to share a screen. I'm probably going to disappear, but everybody will be able to see this. Okay.
That's okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, okay. This is going to work.
You had sent it to me before, and it came up on my screen, and then, like I said, it all of a sudden disappeared, and so I have to wait for you to send it in to me again.
All right. Hang. Oh, slides. Let me see. Your computer.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you can share the screen.
Do we have anybody on with us?
Randy Griesenbeck is watching. I have a plug that I'm going to do for him at the end of the broadcast. But yeah, people are still watching.
All right, good.
Yep.
Well, okay, so all right, here it comes.
Okay. Next time, what we'll do ahead of time is we'll get it all imported into StreamYard, and we'll have it before we go. That's the one part of StreamYard that I haven't mastered yet, is importing slides and PowerPoints and have a video and having it ready to go in a broadcast. I know
does anybody out there have any questions?
Not so far. Not so far. But someone asked a question. I mean, you covered pretty much everything I would have asked you, except you could always go into dementia and its causes. And Jenn touched upon it, aluminum. There's all that in there, and you got to figure out how to deal with that. The shake that you mentioned, or the pill and the shake, that does interest me, but so I have to possibly look at that and see. I don't know. Sometimes I'm kind of stuck in a void between what conventional medicine says and what is out there that's our alternatives to it, and I sometimes don't know which way to go.
Well, if this is still processing, I don't know if it's going to upload, but I'll have to send this PowerPoint to you, David, and it's about brain vitality, and it's an amazing, yes. And in fact, can you still see me, or did I go away?
See you? No, I can see you.
Okay. All right, I disappeared. Goodness, this was a really good PowerPoint. I wish it would load up.
If you can
So
post it to me as a meme or a photo, post it on my Facebook page, and I'll take it and I'll make sure we share it around. Get it posted.
it came up good. Oh, can you see that?
No. The last time, like I said, when you sent it, it came up on its own camera, and I don't have that. I just have you and I here right now. But I promise, you're going to be back, and we'll make sure we have it all set up at the next time. And
all right, yeah, we'll do that.
But
so just a couple testimonies for people that are watching.
Okay.
My boyfriend had high blood pressure all of his life, and by the way, fragrances can cause high blood pressure too.
Okay.
I found that in research. Fragrances also cause brain damage. It inhibits the brain from sending signals down the nervous cell tissue.
Okay.
There's depression. A lot of people that are on medication for depression wear a lot of cologne or perfume. It's just scientifically proven.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I think
Hold on.
Yay, here comes my PowerPoint. Okay, this is for you, David.
Okay.
So I'm a biochemist with a DNA forensics major, and I want to talk to you about brain vitality. I have experienced these prescriptions and the dependencies and side effects that come with their use. And I believe without finding alternative powerful products, I would not have survived. Why do we need natural alternatives? I want everybody to take a picture of this. This is my story. If you scan this with a QRC code, you're going to find my story. It's a 6-minute video made by Walt Disney. And prescriptions deplete vitamins from the body. And there was a doctor. We've already heard about Sisel. Let's skip that one.
Yep.
The brain vitality supports blood circulation. It encourages receptors important to cognitive abilities. It contributes to brain plasticity. It will help with focus and concentration, and it supports the stimulus of brain cells. This was me in 2015. Whoops. This was me on all my 17 prescriptions, high enzymes. I was high all the time. I was very non-cognitive, okay? I look a lot better than that today. See, don't I look younger, Dave? Look at that.
You do.
This works.
Every time I see you.
Yeah. So this is the Deshay Act. It gives us that we're allowed to talk about supplements and the research behind them. And
YouTube, there's research behind what we're talking about today. So you can't nail me for doing wrong stuff today.
Right. So one of the main ingredients in this brain vitality is turmeric. You've heard about turmeric. It's a biological powerhouse. But guess what? In cucurum is an extract from turmeric, and it's a little bit more powerful than turmeric. And turmeric is used in India for Indian, what's that spice they use?
Curry.
India food. Curry. They have low levels of Alzheimer's and dementia there, right? And it's because of turmeric. Now, what if you could extract out of cucurum curcuminoids? And at Sisel, we researched the research, and curcuminoids are 98% pure, making its biological effects 6 times more powerful than turmeric. The purity and the manufacturing processes are very important to consider while choosing your brand. Okay. Now, Dr. David Tanton is a PhD. He wrote a book called Antidepressants, Antipsychotics, and Stimulants. And he found that Adderall depletes B12, C, and potassium. This is squished probably because of our screen. It was good, but anyway.
You're saying
Paxil.
Okay.
It's fine. So Paxil depletes vitamin B1, B2, B3, B6, 12, folic acid, C, D, coenzyme 2Q10, calcium, magnesium, manganese, selenium, sodium, zinc, and glutathione. Blah, 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 blah. So this is, you can look at all these drugs that he found when he wrote this book, and he proved it, that they deplete your body of these vitamins and minerals, okay? Now, natural service to the brain is brain vitality. Magnesium L-threonate is a synthesized form of magnesium, and independent review studies show that this is more powerful for delivery to the central nervous system than magnesium. Now, this magnesium 2+ is the natural form of magnesium. I just don't have a plus sign on my computer. Magnesium L-threonate is good for memory enhancement and memory control, recovery from traumatic cortical damage. It supports maintenance, regeneration, and repair systems. It helps balance electrolytes for conductivity and other biological activities. It helps neurons maintain a healthy state of activity. And magnesium, the natural form of magnesium, is not as bioavailable, and it causes digestive issues and diarrhea. But magnesium threonate that's synthesized has been shown to be much more powerful in the body. And that's why we use magnesium L-threonate in our Brain Vitality product.
Okay. So
now, there are 12. Go ahead.
Now I'm on B12 because for some reason I'm very deficient in it, and
Okay.
I don't. I like everybody else grabbed a bottle off the shelf that claimed to be natural. I couldn't tell you by reading the ingredients if it is or it isn't. It does do what it says it would do, but see, that's my problem with all these. Most of the medications you end up taking are either something that you get put on something for an issue that you have, and then the side effects from that one you get put on that, and when do you know? When do you know it's too much and it's just time to say, hey, I just need to treat the one issue. It's like my mood stabilizer causes something else, so I'm on something else. My mood stabilizer evidently went to market as an epilepsy pill.
Right.
Yeah. Leads me to believe that in the last 50 years has Big Pharma actually created a new drug for anything, or just taken things as the patent is about to wear out, give it a different name and sell it because now it does something else.
Right. Yeah. Well, okay, so I left this screen up here a little longer for people to look at. If you're on any of these, this is what it depletes out of your body. And some of this is very scary. I mean, look at the deficiency you can have in all of these drugs. Okay. So let's move on. There are 12,000 peer-reviewed and published biomedical studies on curcuminoids. Over 8,000 potential preventative and therapeutic applications. There's over 250 distinct beneficial biological effects using curcuminoids. Science confirms it is as effective as 14 drugs. Now, the switch can benefit exponentially. We just talked about that, David. Prescriptions cause side effects, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you take a natural product, your body can use something natural for biological activity. Now, this is a guy who used my Brain Vitality. He's from Glovin, and he said, I'm surprised as to how well this Brain Vitality has been working for me. I have better memory and balance. So it's helped him balance. Now, another ingredient. Yep. Another ingredient in the brain vitality is fenugreek galactomannans. And synergistically, these two together work wonderfully. And fenugreek helps with, it has polyphenols, extracts, essential minerals and vitamins, thiamine, folic acid, niacin, riboflavin, vitamin A, B6, C, and K. And this is some of the uses that you see with fenugreek. It's good for diabetes, high cholesterol, ingestion, lack of appetite, constipation, diarrhea, PMS, menopause, promotes milk flow in women, gout. I mean, look at the list. It's just amazing.
Yep.
The next,
So
the next,
there.
we also have citrullocholine in our brain vitality. It supports important components of brain membranes, neurons, and ganglia cells and their connections. It is a natural brain chemical. When it is ingested or given through IV administration, the purposes of citrullocholine is Alzheimer's, dementia, head trauma, glaucoma, cerebral palsy, disease such as stroke, age-related memory loss, Parkinson's disease, ADHD, and it was originally developed in Japan for strokes. Okay. Another ingredient in the brain vitality is Bacopa minera. Look at, I'm not going to read all this. Just look at all of the benefits of using Bacopa. That's in our coffee, folks. Look at that.
In your
I'm just
coffee.
going to let you. Yes.
Your coffee could make a difference in your life. And it's all right here.
Absolutely. I'm just going to let you look at it. I'm not going to read it all.
Has an anti-fatigue effect, but acts as a mild sedative.
Yeah.
Skin and hair support. Well, I don't have any hair. I don't have much hair left to support. Got to take care of your skin. It's effective for snake bites.
Is that crazy or what?
Not only can it cure everything from A to Z above it, schizophrenia. It will help control your schizophrenia. May help
Degenerative
conditions, Huntington's, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's. And reduces age-related problems in women. Not men, just women.
Well, we're talking about the female parts there, right?
Okay, all right. Well, I understand that then. Well, that needs protection anyway. Enhances memory. I think. I can't remember. I don't take it, so I can't remember. But it enhances memory, prevents heart disease, may reduce morphine dependence. Okay.
So one thing about morphine, like people that drink alcohol, pain drugs don't work as well on them. So when I read that about Bacopa, it probably restores the effect of pain drugs, right?
Yep. Not good. Not good. Protects gout and the liver. And promotes hair growth. So if you're like me and you don't have any hair on the top of your head, anything else?
Well,
what
yes,
else?
we're going to move on.
Okay.
So there's another slide about curcuminoids. They can increase levels of serotonin and dopamine, which is closely related to mental health and mood, and
Dopamine
BDNF. And so curcuminoids help with brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is directly affects neuroplasticity.
Okay.
And we can see in the center here, Alzheimer's, anti-cancer, cardiovascular, angiogenic, all this. Look at that. It's just an amazing, and it's in our product at very high concentration.
Yes. Now we talked before, and you said that the reason Big Pharma isn't doing this is partly because if you I can't say that word right now, but if you man-make something, you can't guarantee that, well, they can't, you can, that it's always going to be the same quality. That what you say it's going to be able to do, or at least that's what you say is that they won't do it because of the fact that they can't. If they make a bottle of B12 and it comes out 98% B12 one time and 62% the next time, they can't do that. Or was it more to it than the way I simply just explained it?
So natural God-given ingredients, these are naturals that I'm talking to you about. The Federal Drug Administration is not allowed to make money on a natural God-given ingredient. So what they actually do is they research science and nature and try to mimic in the lab to synthesize something that's going to do the same effect that the natural stuff does, so they can sell you a drug and make money that way.
Right.
That's what the Federal Drug Administration is all about. Now, the problem with synthesized ingredients is it's going to have its side effects and warnings, where nature, and I'm not saying everything in nature is good for you. It's not. I mean, clearly there's some stuff out there in nature that it will kill us too. But when you research the ingredients and stuff that's good for you, your body can take it and just recover. Like, it's natural. Your body can utilize it. But when it's synthesized, it's like foreign object, get rid of it, get rid of it. You know, that's what happens.
This is true. Let's see. We're at let me look at this. I want to move on to closing thoughts in the last 11 minutes. Tell us how to contact you. Tell us it's Sisel.net is the website, Sisel International, the products that we've all been talking about. And can people just go to the website and order?
Yes.
Or do they have to go through a distributor to order?
Yes. And I have my website up here on this PowerPoint, but I'd like them to go to Jenn's. Walking in Health, I think, is her website, walkinginhealth.sisel.net. Reach
Sisel.net.
I'm pretty sure that's what her website is. Reach out to her, but by all means, there's my phone number. My email address is wordmelanie2015@gmail.com. Give me a call. Let's talk about how I can help you go toxic free. Let's work on prevention. And I've got some people that call me just asking me little tricks for this and that. And I just had a text message yesterday. She was amazed at what I had told her. I do make toxic free deodorant and toxic free bug repellent. And Sisel is working on a toxic free deodorant. And one thing I want to say, 60% of cancer comes from what is being put on the skin. 60%. That's why we want you to go toxic free. Okay. Just take my word for it. I was a chemist that made it. That's why I almost died, folks. So I have the experience. I've lived it. I've walked out of it. It does not have to be overwhelming. You are worth it. You're worth your health. Okay. So just give me a chat.
All right.
And if you don't want to buy my Sisel products, I don't care. I don't have time to mess with chasing you down. I'm not going to bug you. I'm not going to call you. Either, you order it or you don't. But I'll still try and help people. Okay.
Yep. All right,
David,
doctor.
thank you for your time.
Thank you. You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you, David. It's a pleasure.
All right, Melanie. My mind is going on me. It's Melanie Smeltzer. I'm sorry. I apologize. Names that I know slipping my mind. Melanie Smeltzer, Toxic Free Initiative. You see her on Facebook. She will answer your questions about living in a toxic-free world. She is a distributor for Sisel International, natural alternatives to the chemical stuff you buy every day. You see the card up here on the PowerPoint. And was a pleasure having you here, Melanie. And let me see, we're going to move on into a closing. And we'll bounce that. I'm going to bounce this up on the screen for a second so that I can read it. August 28th, there is a concert down in Danville, Kentucky. It is for East Palestine, Ohio. Soup Mama is raising money to help the people of East Palestine, Ohio. So the proceeds will go to Soup Mama Official Incorporated. You can go to the Soup Mama Facebook page for more information. It is a legitimate 501c3 tax deductible donation if you make it. If you're a business, then you are capable of donating things that Soup Mama knows are needed for East Palestine. There's a business kit that she can send you. You can fill out, return to her, and it's a business deduction if you wish. But it is August 28th. It's a concert down in, like I said, Danville, Kentucky. And I don't have the name of the club on here, but I will get you the name. Everybody knows. You see the flyer floating around all over Facebook. That gives you all of the information, but I will get it to you because I don't have it in front of me today. But it's August 28th. You all know. The money raised goes to Soup Mama Official. Sharice Moser, you know her. You've seen her all over Facebook. Go to the Soup Mama Facebook page. You'll learn more information. The number one thing people tell me that are in East Palestine is water, 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 more water. Bottled water, gallon jugs of water. If somebody would donate a tanker truck full of water, and somebody else might donate the use of washers for people to wash their clothes up there, then that would be greatly appreciated. What I understand is that most people in East Palestine have well water, and their wells have not been tested yet. It's $250 to have your well tested. There are so many wells on the list waiting that it may be $4,046 before your well gets tested. Then what they're doing is they're trying to get hotel rooms on the weekends outside of East Palestine that don't get their water from East Palestine, and they're showering and bathing in the hotel, doing their laundry in the hotel, and then, of course, checking out and going home. The biggest problem that it appears is that most of those hotel rooms are being occupied by Norfolk Southern, the train company whose train derailed and caused this whole big toxic nightmare going on up there. So once again, go to the Soup Mama official page here on Facebook. You'll get all the information that you need, and hopefully we will see you in Danville, Kentucky on the 28th. It is going to be live broadcast on the Boogie with the Bull page. A feed is going to come in, so the feed will go out, and no interruption, no play-by-play, just a live broadcast of the concert. I believe you will be able to buy stars on the Facebook Boogie with the Bull page. That's the only page that we can sell stars on Facebook. And you will be able to buy stars that night, and you'll see your comment on the screen if you are so inclined. The last thing I'm going to say on stars is every broadcaster I know on Facebook has some kind of promo up that asks you to buy stars and says that they want you to buy stars so they have money to create the content that they create. For those of them that do that and feel that they have to sell stars to raise money to do that, I understand that. Unfortunately, I'm different when it comes to Boogie with the Bull. You can make a comment on the Boogie with the Bull page, and it will come to me whether or not you buy a star. You can make a comment on my profile. It will come to me because you don't have to buy a star there on the Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk group post. You don't have to buy a star. On the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, you can make a comment. You don't have to buy a star. Over on Twitter, you can watch us on my Twitter profile at BoogieWTBull, but you can't buy a star and you can't make a comment. You can only watch it. Over on Streetlock, you are able to watch this broadcast It was posted today on my Dave Glovin account in the Street Lock news feed. Normally it's posted on the Boogie with the Bull group over on Street Lock. And you might see it over on AmericanPatriotSocial.com later today. And you might see it somewhere over on MeWe. Jerry K. Michaels, Gerard Michaels is watching. And good evening to you. Make sure you go downstairs to the American Rebellion blogger page in about 32 minutes, 7 o'clock Eastern time, and catch the American Rebellion. Jenn Woodruff will probably be there. That's why she popped out at about 6 o'clock. She goes to get ready, and she'll be there. But like I said, Jerry Michaels will be there. Nikki Young is always there. You'll get an update on Robert Lawless, Minnesota Madman, whose music career is going hog wild these days. He's going to be in Las Vegas at the Golden Nugget Hotel, one of the oldest hotels on the Strip. And I believe he said that the showroom that he will be in is Frank Sinatra's old room when Frank Sinatra was there performing. Ron Keel, I believe, is the musician that Madman will be playing with while he is there. And I don't remember or know, but that I know Jerry talks about him. I know other people that are around my age should know of him. So I show my lack of intelligence and my love of music for not knowing music. But I like Robert Lawless. I like the Minnesota Madman. I like listening to him. And every once in a while, he would grab a guitar and play impromptu on the American Rebellion. So make sure 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock Eastern, downstairs on the American Rebellion Facebook page. You can watch the broadcast. You can make comments. There is an American Rebellion group. If you go and you watch it in the broadcast in the group and you make comments, your comments won't be seen because the live chat in the group is not monitored. So downstairs on the American Rebellion blogger page or over on Rumble, catch the American Rebellion. Anytime you get a chance and you see that Michael Anthony is live, lots of broadcasts, all kinds of different things, not always political. Sometimes everything gets to become political. Tune in, watch, listen, decide for yourself, make comments, learn something maybe. Become Michael's friend. Go to the Michael Anthony page with the red, white, and blue 10 o'clock talks profile picture. That is important because there is more than one Michael Anthony on Facebook, and he is not every single one of the accounts. And some of them get bothered if you contact them thinking that they are him. I can only equate that I'm Dave Glovin, and I do broadcasts on Facebook, and my cousin Dave Glovin is a writer for Bloomberg News. And if people call him thinking they're calling me, he's not entertained at all. And if they contact me, which they don't do anymore, but if they contact me thinking that I'm him, I just politely tell them that, no, you reached the wrong cousin. Anyway, hour and 27 minutes, so we're still within our 90 minutes. We're going to wrap it up right about now at 6:31. And thanks to Danny Campbell for watching. He's watched more Boogie with the Bull broadcasts than anybody else in the history of Boogie with the Bull. Randy Griesenbeck, he's my partner in crime, the Patriot Cowboy. You catch him early in the morning, usually 6, 7 o'clock Kentucky time, which is central, an hour before me. Sometimes you'll see him on 7:30 in the morning if I'm on, or we'll do 10 o'clock, or we're on when we're on. And you always will know when we're on. But do make sure you pay attention and you catch the flyer for the April 28th benefit concert for East Palestine down in Danville, Kentucky. I know you've seen it. Everybody's sharing it all over Facebook, and it will tell you the name of the club and where it's located. And go there. And like I said, if you can't go there, then watch it on the Boogie with the Bull broadcast. And while you're watching, if you feel you should, go over to the Soup Mama official page and make a donation. That's what I want you to do. Don't pay me for doing the broadcast. Just go over and make a donation, which will tell everybody it was worth us live broadcasting the comment. the concert. Like there won't be me on a camera talking. There'll just be the live feed of the concert from start to finish. And I hope you all enjoy it and enjoy the musicians that you hear. William Rayfield is in the house. The Patriots Lab Uncensored. You saw him on Boogie with the Bull this morning, and it turned into a Boogie with the Blowout. And I will apologize to Ray for it turning into a Boogie with the Blowout. But the reason is that, I just think thoughts and views kind of got scrambled, and it didn't seem like it seemed like a discussion of points central to one particular point just became where I felt that someone had come on with a view that differed from my own, and they were pushing their view on me. And I could be 100% wrong, but other people that watched it did kind of feel the same way. I tell people, you're welcome to come on to a Boogie with a Bull broadcast and say anything you want, as long as you mean what you say. But if there are other people on the broadcast, you have to take their view in to what's being discussed. And I get accused of not doing that on other people's broadcasts. I get accused of doing it on my broadcast. But, we're Republicans, we're conservative patriots, we're whatever you call yourself. We don't always together 100% agree on something. But between the 2 or 3 of us, there would be 33 1/3% that forms 100%. So in theory, we all agree, but we all just have different ways of how we would get something done, particularly. And that's what Boogie with a Bull is about. Come have a conversation with me in the live chat, 7:30 in the morning, Eastern time when that happens, 10 o'clock in the morning with Randy Rhodes or Randy Griesenbeck, maybe even William Rayfield if he decides he wants to come back on again, and others. But, it's a learning process. I've only been doing it for 3 years. Other people have been doing it for 33 years. Some people have been doing it for 10 years, 7, and everybody has a different view of how they want their broadcast to be. So if you have ever thought about being on a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, all you got to do is message me on Facebook who you are, what you want to talk about, and the times that are good for you to do it, and the times that I know that are good for me, and we'll make that work at some point. Anyway, go downstairs to the American Rebellion blogger page, get a seat, and get ready for the American Rebellion. This is Friday. Don't know if there will be a 10 o'clock Boogie with a Bull tomorrow morning. I actually don't know. Don't have one planned. Don't have a plan to do one, and I may not even be home to do it. So Monday morning, and I don't know if there'll be a 7:30 or a 10 o'clock on Monday morning. You'll know when I know. Anyway, live well, prosper. This is the portion where I tell you are watching Boogie with the Bull Uncensored, a copyrighted presentation of the No Budget Broadcasting Company. We own the logo up in the upper right-hand corner. We own everything involved with making this broadcast. If you feel you have an opposing view, equal time is given to you. All you have to do is message me and let me know. Let me know whether it was you were in the live chat, someone posted something in the live chat that you didn't agree with, or I said something you didn't agree with, or another guest said something you don't agree with. I will get all of us together on a broadcast, everybody on a camera, and we will discuss it and deal with whatever it was. And if we can't deal with it, then we'll just agree to disagree. Sometimes that's what you have to That's what you have to do. So Danny Campbell, thank you for watching. Randy Griesenbeck, thanks for popping in. It says I was watching, but I was watching. Philip Roop over here in Florida, somewhere I always forget, but thank you for watching. Devin Kangas. I butcher your name every time. I'm sorry, Devlin. I should just say Devlin, but Devlin Kangas, who is a former J6er. I know you will be on as soon as you can. He can't be on right now, but he has promised that as soon as he can be on, he will be on, and we'll talk about the J6 Nightmare. There's a couple other people I might see if they can come on the same broadcast. There's always something to talk about. Anyway, I'm done talking. It is 6:38, so run downstairs and get a seat at the table for the American Rebellion, 7 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern, and have fun. Have a great weekend. This one, double V's for victory. This Boogie with the Bull broadcast, an hour and 35 minutes, so 5 minutes over, has come to an end. We'll slide down and hit this one.